It's all systems go on the HS2, but are there enough people with the skills to build it?
Steph is at a new national training college in Doncaster. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Morning, everybody. Yeah, you don't often see a train in the middle of a college, do you? But there's a very specific reason why, and that's because this brand spanking new education centre is all about training up the people of the future who are going to work on actually developing things like high-speed rail. So really important jobs that we need in this country. I'm going to grab Claire so we can have a little tour around. Claire, can I grab you? So Claire is the Chief Exec. Morning to you. Tell us what we've got here then. So we've seen the train. Obviously, that's a really important part of the learning experience for the young people here.
Absolutely. So the train is our virtual reality classroom. So in there you've got in-cab training that will take place, and then we've also got a separate virtual reality which will be our VR suite in there.
Yeah.
And then these stations are all different aspects of new technology that's coming into the industry today.
Look around. Shall we walk around? Come on. Yeah,
so what we've got here, so this station is focused on the power lines and how you would go about setting the power lines up, tensioning them. So you've got the variety of different tools here that would be utilised for that.
Yeah.
Then further up here, what we've got, so you can see them using some of the tensioning equipment and clamps there. And then further up here, what we've got is a piece of track which is focused, so the equipment on there is surveying that track. It's GPS link, so then what it does is it sends the data into computers where they can build a 3D model and see where the faults are and work on repairing them.
And how different is this to other colleges then in terms of what you've got here?
So it's very different. It's very focused on hands-on. It's all about the new technology that's coming into the rail industry, and the fact that we are primarily focused around apprenticeships and having apprentices in who are actually working in the industry and training. This gives us a real opportunity to make sure that they are using the cutting edge and future technology that will be required into the future.
Yeah, and talking of future technology, there's a lot of people here with headsets on doing virtual reality, aren't they? Yeah, it's quite comical when you watch it. But we're going to be talking to them a little bit later on. Claire, thank you very much. I know we'll be chatting to you a little bit later. They look like they're doing some type of morning yoga, don't they? Anyway, more from me a little bit later on.
And now, let's talk infrastructure projects in Europe, because the biggest one is sort of building the right skills and finding those for HS2.
Yes, Steph is at one of 5 new national training colleges. This one's in Doncaster, which is being launched today to help train the engineers of the future. And we've already seen them at work. It does look really fun, actually. Morning.
Good morning to you, Lou and Dan. Morning, everyone. Yeah, you wouldn't think I was in the middle of a college, would you, with this scene behind me? Morning, everyone. These are some of the new students and also some of the teachers who are going to be telling and training all of the young engineers, technicians on all of the other kinds of jobs we need for the infrastructure in this company. So this is a college which has been specifically built to help provide all the skills we need to build high-speed rail. Now, if you look at how many people we need for those types of jobs, just engineers generally, we need something like 1 million by 2020. So 1 million engineers and technicians to do the projects that need doing. If you look at high-speed rail in particular, there's about 25,000 construction jobs needed for that. And if you take into account all the other projects we're running as well, it's into the hundreds of thousands of people that we need. So this college is dedicated to that. Let's have a chat to some of the new recruits. You can see the guys here doing their virtual reality stuff. Jack, let me borrow you. Come on over. Now, you are from Doncaster, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Tell us a bit about your background and how you ended up here.
I currently did an apprenticeship in Doncaster, a railway one, MVQ level 2. Yeah. After that, I went on to work on the railway industry for nearly a year now in January, and this opened up, and it was a great opportunity for me to better myself, improve and expand my life and experience, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
And so what do you think now, looking around, how does this compare to what you've seen out in the industry?
This is unreal. The technology, I've never seen nothing like it, so it's an eye-opener more than anything, something to learn about. And I can't wait to get started more than anything, yeah.
I bet you can't. And I should tell you, Jack's only 18 as well, already loads of experience. Thank you very much, Jack. I'm going to grab Naomi as well, because these guys are project managers. Naomi, let me grab you. You're at the other end of the spectrum, aren't you? Because you're 34 and you decided you wanted a bit of a change in career. Tell us how you ended up here.
Well, I was previously working as a lifestyle support worker, and I did other various customer service roles. Well, I decided that I wanted to progress and self-develop. So I looked into becoming a project management and came across this apprenticeship And as it's groundbreaking and, you know, innovative, I thought I'd apply and just be part of, well, changing generation and help the economy.
Yeah, excellent.
Great opportunity.
Oh, well, it's lovely to chat to you, Naomi. Good luck with it all. But of course, this is all important about creating jobs so creating the people that we need to fill all those jobs. And Susie is one of the bosses at Hitachi Rail, where this is exactly the kind of young people you need as all of these guys coming through, isn't it?
It really is. We're delighted. We have a train maintenance centre just across the road, so we've got a real opportunity to join the dots. We need people because we're building trains, and these are the students that hopefully are going to come and work with us.
Yeah. And how serious is the skills gap? I know I've talked about it loads, but just, you know, give us the reality of it.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the figures yourself there. We're in a situation now where we are beginning to find it hard to recruit. We've got the best of the bunch, so we really need to be focusing on developing a pipeline through, and we're doing that by, you know, getting into primary schools and encouraging children and females especially into engineering and into the STEM subjects, and this is a key part of that. This is going to make all the difference.
That's excellent. Susie, I'm going to chat to you a little bit later on as well. But that's it for me for now. Really fascinating to see all this. These guys looking like they're doing some kind of morning yoga though, don't they?
It does look just quite extraordinary. Steph, are we going to be able to see what they're seeing at any point, or are we just going to have to imagine it?
Yes, you can. You can have a look. If you look at the screen over here, you can see what they're seeing.
Oh,
can you
I
see
see.
the train?
Ah, there you go.
There, so they're looking at that.
Oh, OK. And then the... Thank you very much, Steph. It's all systems go for the HS2 train line. Are there enough skilled people to build it? Steph is at a new national training college in Doncaster. Morning.
Good morning, Lou and Dan. Morning, everyone. Yeah, as you say, Lou, it's about getting all of the right people trained up to do the jobs that we need them to do for our infrastructure. So you can see this behind me here, obviously a setup of a track. You wouldn't think that this is in the middle of a college. Morning, everyone. There we are. Yeah, so we're slap bang in the middle of Doncaster, in the middle of a brand spanking new college where they're going to be training up all of the people needed to do the jobs we need for HS2. My mic's jumping off again here as well. Claire's the Chief Executive. Morning, Claire.
Morning.
Tell us a bit about what we've got here.
So this is our really exciting workshop. What we've got,
walk round?
yeah, what we've got in front of us is our virtual reality classroom that's housed inside the Eurostar train, and obviously it sits on top of some track, and we've got our inspection pit underneath so people can be getting underneath the train and having a look what's going on. And then the rest of the workshop really is a demonstration of all the new technology that's coming into the rail industry and the type of thing that we'll be training on. So we've got a whole section which is around power lines and how you set power lines up and do the tensioning on them, and then we've got virtual reality inside of the train driver cab.
As well, we've just noticed there.
We do have a cake as well. Yeah, we thought we'd better keep the engineers' energy up, so a bit of sugar's come into the workshop as well today.
What's interesting about this, guys, is the new technology, because if we have a look round here, you can see the virtual reality stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we've been trying to do is make sure that we embed within the college future technology and the latest advancements so that we can really demonstrate how engineering is changing and technology is becoming a key feature. So what you've got here is some augmented reality where they're looking at the train and how it's running on the lines. They're looking at pantographs and hydraulics, but we've also got different examples of remote asset monitoring, so where you can monitor the track, take pictures of it, and then that takes data into a computer.
Yeah, excellent. It's really fascinating. So these guys are seeing what's behind them on that screen there. So more from here a bit later on, but first...
It's the biggest infrastructure project in Europe, but are there actually enough people with the right skills to build HS2?
Well, we're going somewhere that's trying to sort that out. Steph is at a new national training college in Doncaster, which will train the engineers of the future. Morning, Steph.
Good morning, Lou and Dan. Morning, everybody. Yeah, that's exactly right, Lou. It's here where they want to train up around 1,000 students every year, ready for all of those jobs that are going to be created by high-speed rail production. So you've got some of the guys there, some of the new students, and the teachers who are going to be showing them exactly what to do. And they've got a massive Eurostar train here as well. And inside of that, they've got lots of like virtual reality things where you can actually have a go at driving that train as well. And Liam is one of the new students here. We'll have a quick chat with him. Morning to you, Liam. So you were a footballer, weren't you, and you decided to change career path. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, I formerly played for Doncaster Rovers for quite a few years, then I changed to a different clubs, and I saw this more of a long-term career. So I've decided to get into this now and hopefully progress through into the career, and then it's long-term for me.
Yeah, so you're 23 at the minute, and can you see a long career in this industry now?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully I'm in the right place and the right time now to progress with the HS2, and then all going well, then you see it for the rest of your life, really, which is good news.
Excellent. Well, good luck with it. Thank you very much, Liam. But it's obviously, it's not just the engineering jobs. There's so many different jobs connected to this. Over here, we've got some of the guys who are training to be project managers. They're doing virtual reality stuff here this morning. Let's have a chat with Brad. Morning to you, Brad.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Right?
Tell us a bit about your background and how you ended up here.
So I actually finished A-levels about a year ago, and then I had a gap year with the original intentions to go to university, but I've decided to take up an apprenticeship to start getting stuck in, moving up in the world.
Yeah, and you're doing that in project management,
Project management, level 4 course. Yep, yeah. Based at the college, yeah.
And is the rail industry something that you've always wanted to work in?
Yeah, it is actually. I'm really interested. I feel like it's a growing industry with HS2 coming in, and there'll be lots of opportunities for me here with it being a new organisation.
And you look in the part as well, which is always good to see. Nice to see you, Brad.
Very nice.
Thanks very much, Charmer. There we have. But of course, this is all about filling those jobs we need for the future, and we can chat to a couple of experts on this. First of all, Richard from KPMG. You and I talk a lot about infrastructure and how important it is. Why do we need this?
I just think this is brilliant, because this is the country looking ahead and realising that we're going to need engineering skills for the next 20, 30, 40 years into the future. And we've got a huge pipeline of infrastructure and construction projects coming up in this country now. More than £500 billion worth of projects. Everyone talks about HS2 because it's the most high profile, it's the biggest, but that's only 10% of all of the engineering construction we're going to need to do over the next 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, and Susie from Hitachi, this is very real for you guys, isn't it? Because there is a skills gap.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've got a train maintenance centre across the road, so we've got an opportunity to join the dots. We are so keen to promote a pipeline right through from primary schools all the way through to university technical colleges and colleges like this, because these genuinely are our colleagues of the future. We're hoping to bring them right over and get them involved as soon as we can. Yeah. Lots of opportunity.
And Richard, I know you and I were talking earlier about this is an opportunity as well. We should be proud of the fact we have these jobs being created.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity, because it's going to give lots of people in this country the skills they need, not only to build the UK's infrastructure, but also it becomes an export for us. The world is building more infrastructure than we've seen in decades, and so those skills are going to be transferable abroad as well. It's a brilliant opportunity.
But what about attracting young people to do this? Because that's part of the problem, isn't it, Susie?
It is, and I was thinking about my experience. I've been in the rail industry 3 years, and I remember going for my interview and thinking, this is going to be more like Phil's garage in EastEnders, and then you get into the train maintenance centres and it's like a Formula 1 pit lane. The perception is all wrong around rail. It's high tech, we've got amazing technology, exciting technology, and that's what we have to do as an industry. We've got to work on that perception. Yeah,
fascinating. Guys, thank you very much. Lovely to speak to you. We're going to be here throughout the morning though. They've got cake as well. I mean, that's the kind of college I want, a college serving cake on a morning.
Formula 1 pit lanes.
A bit later.
Formula 1 pit lanes and cake. What more could you want? Thank you very much, Steph.
Exactly.